Let's create new deans. Woman Space J. Our chat has a body. It is a real fat body. Chat looks fat. One Peak 1187 chat. Magic underwear. Right. One Peak 1187. I heard this chapter's looking right.
Mormon space wives.
Loki. Big Emu.
Lords of Column.
Let me have intimacy with
Big
you
Beans.
on the planet of Naboo. Magic underwear fits so tight. Magic underwear feels so right.
How are you, Deans? Mormon Space Wives. Let's create new lives. You know, we gotta start the stream with a certified hood classic. One Peak 1187. This is the stream, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen. Best One Piece breakdowns. Best One Piece theories. Best One Piece analysis. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, we are going to put our thinking caps on. We are going to have a great, fantastic time as we read and digest and consume One Piece chapter 1187. Guys, how are we doing? Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. As usual, guys, we're going to be using our mind. We're going to be using our intellect. We're going to be avoiding all fallacies. We will critique all failing positions. We will upstand and defend the truth. That's what we're here to do. Along with having some fun, we're going to roast each other with a bigna. We're going to roast all the Sanji fans. We're going to roast Smokey. We're going to defend Mihawk. That's what we're here to do, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Hope everyone's doing great. Chat, I want to know, before we even begin the stream, can you guys tell me your rating of the chapter? Before we even begin, what is our rating for the chapter? How are we feeling about One Peak 1187? I must know. Let's write here one. Actually, let's write it in a thicker font. Yeah, it's a bit better. One Piece. All right. We might have to pull out the drawing board today for some argumentation. We'll see. All I know is we're going to use some grand logic today. We're going to use our mind. Chat, we are going to work together. Chat, we're going to have a great time. We're going to cook together. One Piece 1187. And you know what? Greatest thing is that there is no chapter next week. How amazing. Splendid, chat. Not while I'm alive and not on my watch. We're going to roast Mihawk and Ragnar. I don't understand how someone could roast Mihawk and Ragnar. I mean, Mihawk has been repeatedly called the world's strongest swordsman. They don't give that to someone for no reason. Right. And Ragnar, I mean, it's just self-evident. Ragnar and all of his, his whole narrative, it just speaks for itself. He speaks for himself. Smokey, how are you doing, man? Smokey with the agenda right out the gate. Yo, Smokey, Dean's Life, Abigna. Can you guys give me your ratings of the chapter before we begin? I want to know, how do you guys rate the chapter? How do you guys react to the chapter? You taking a break next week? No, I'm not taking a break next week. There's no break next week. In chat, I'll ask the chat. I'll leave it up to you guys again. Chat, should we have a dono goal for open mic this stream? If we have a dono goal for open mic this stream, we can make the dono goal $50. So you guys toss $50, Stream Elements only, Stream Elements link in the chat. You guys toss $50. We'll do the open mic. Anyone can join. You guys could share your comments, questions, theories, concerns, debate me. One Piece, geopolitically, religion, philosophy, conspiratorial, all that good stuff in chat. As usual, you guys got to help me out. Stop being so greedy, chat. Stop being so stingy. Stop being so stingy. Hit that like button. Okay. You will hit the like button. You will hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content. You might even hit the stream elements. You might have to hook it up for your boy because chat, your boy has to spend so much on hospital bills now. Have to spend money on my wife. I'm saving for a home, saving for children. Food's expensive. Transportation's expensive. Clothes are expensive. Chat, help your boy. But of course, helping your boy is going above and beyond. All you guys receive my love and attention regardless. We're always going to be roasting the chat with or without the donos. But if you want to be a legit chat, you're going to hit that dono. Jordan, welcome in, brother. God bless. Exciting setup with a little bit of clashes. This chapter 8.5 or 9. 8.5, 8.8. I think this chapter was really good and short. 9 out of 10. My health has been a lot better. You know, when I was sick here like a few days ago, a week ago, it's one of the worst experiences of my life, but I feel much, much better. The hospital bill wasn't that pretty. Didn't appreciate that. But appreciate you asking. I hope you're great, Abigna. I hope all is well with you. Hope you, your family, friends, your loved ones are chilling. Hope you guys are all good. As well as you, Smokey, Jordan, Dean's Life, anyone else lurking. I hope everyone's doing great. I say we stop delaying. I say we get right into that content. I say we get right into the peak. Chapter 1187, The Cause. Now, I actually have something to say already right off the bat. King J was speaking on the Discord server, ! Discord. If you guys are not in the server, you guys could talk to me on Discord. He was saying on Discord, and King J, I'm not trying to put you on the spotlight. I'm not trying to offend you or anything, so don't take this personal. I'm sure you wouldn't. You're a very chill guy. King J was saying on the Discord that under the idea of Mihawk and Emu's eyes being an awakened form of Gunko's bipolar eyes, it would render Gunko's eyes obsolete. It would actually be a waste. Now, maybe I misunderstood King J. Maybe he was trolling. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of miscommunication there. Damal, God bless you, bro. But I would actually tend to the contrary. Now, I am not saying for certain that Mihawk and Emu's eyes are the upgraded, awakened version of Gunko's bipolar irises. I'm not saying I take up that position wholeheartedly or that it's confirmed. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is if that proposition was true, it makes sense and the story is coherent. We see Grow talk to Gunko, and Grow explicitly said, I didn't awaken my eyes. Maybe Gunko will awaken the eyes. Emu values the bipolar eyes. It's very important, right? Emu's fascinated with the bipolar eyes. So this adds some type of precedent behind the eyes. It adds some type of it brings conviction to the reader, to the natural reader, when they see this. The eyes are going to amount to something, especially if awakened. What could that be? Now, if it was Mihawk or Emu's eyes, again, I hold that this would be coherent, because we know that Gunko's eyes can be awakened. We know the bipolar eyes can be awakened. Well, what do they look like when they're awakened? Typically, when things in One Piece are awakened, the appearance is different. The powers operate on a higher, different level. If the bipolar eyes awaken, are they going to operate on a different level? Are they going to appear differently? But the bigger point of contention is, Gunko's eyes, or the plot line, being pointless. Well, we've read 1,000 chapters plus of One Piece where Emu and Mihawk have these special ring eyes, or at least what a lot of fans would feel are special ring eyes. Those could be a cause. It could be the case that for 1,000 chapters, an effect. Emu and Mihawk's eyes could be an effect, not a cause. It could be an effect. It could be the case that we read over 1,000 chapters of One Piece looking at an effect. Mihawk and Emu's eyes. They are an effect. They come from something else, right? Well, what is that something else if it's an effect? It could be Gunko's unawakened bipolar irises. So what's my point here? My point here is, if it's true that the bipolar irises awaken into what Mihawk and Emu have, then Gunko's eyes as a plot line, the bipolar irises, are not pointless, is not pointless, because this idea, this plot line of Gunko's bipolar irises would act as a cause, like the title of this chapter, to the effect of Mihawk and Emu's eyes. I hope you guys see the argumentation here. I hope you guys are able to listen with a clear mind. I hope I didn't lose too many of you. Young Smokey with $150. Chat, I'm telling you, day in, day out, we don't deserve this man. $150 nuke. He says, let's go. A beautiful day for some One Piece. We got to rep our boy Zoro this chapter. We rep Zoro every chapter, even if it's a Sanji chapter. That's why we got the Zoro shirt on. God bless, L. And thank you so much, Young Smokey. God bless you, D-Mall. Smokey, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, brother. Wong Woki. We really don't deserve him. Cover request by Nibobo D420 Land. Reiju sternly scolding some swans to protect an ugly duckling. And that ugly duckling looks like Judge Vin Smoke Judge. Vin Smoke Judge. Big Stan. God bless, bro. All right, let's jump straight into the chapter. Luffy socks Emu. We have Loki doing the chud, not the chud, I forgot what it's called. He's doing like the pog fish. Wingway said something. Gotta be something bozo about swordsmanship. Wingway, more like bozo way. Ooh, shots fired. Creating new lives. All right. Let's continue. Okay, so we got Loki, we got Emu gushing out blood, we got Luffy, and we got Conqueror's Haki. Yo, Law and Blackbeard, they're so cooked in this situation. I mean, come on. Blackbeard had 4 homies with him and Conqueror's Haki and still struggled against Law alone without Conqueror's Haki. How is that not embarrassing? Blackbeard's not hanging with Luffy. based off of primary evidence. We got Mr. Emu flying backwards. Emu throws up blood. You guys see this on the first page, right? Or is it the second page? No, it's the second page. Emu's throwing up blood, right? He's throwing up bees. Emu said he's blood gang. And it looks like some happy flames. This is like, guys, chat. Do you guys also feel that, a lot of Emu's powers are, reminiscent of Big Mom? Emu has like the talking houses, the smiling or the singing houses, the smiling flames. This is actually very reminiscent of Big Mom and her powers. Which, by the way, chat, this channel has been completely like blacklisted. We've been completely blackballed for like the past few months heavily, dude. We got Emu flying backwards. Huff, huff, you may have got a good one in, but that's only thanks to all the damage I already dealt him. You seem real beat up. Relax for a bit. Relax? Who do you think you're talking to? Foosh. Whoa. Wheeze, wheeze, bastard. Huh? Okay, so we see like those smiling black cloud things. We're reading the chapter right now, Envision. God bless. Whatever happened to the grimoire Gunko had, well, nothing probably happened to it. It's just not being seen right now. Yeah, the sentient objects is so Big Mom coded. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And, it makes sense. I always felt that in order for Emu to be a well-rounded villain, previous villains need to be reminiscent of Emu. They need to point to Emu in some way. That way, when Emu's introduced and we see these aspects of Emu that fit previous villains, it then lets you know that Emu fits the story, as opposed to manga like Naruto Shippuden, where probably most fans would argue Kaguya does not fit. Kaguya is a sore thumb introduced out of nowhere. Kind of crazy. Luffy's drums of liberation music. Emu also had music when he came to Elbaf. And Brook plus Asperia flashback. New thing. Elbaf ends a musical. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I actually really don't like musicals. Like, when I'm watching a movie and it has the musical, I just cringe and I skip it. I don't know, man. I don't even know what it is exactly. I just can't stand musicals. Unless it's Mormon Space Wives. I need a movie with a musical based on Mormon Space Wives. Creating new lives. Grimoire was created by Emu. It's not something Gunko had. Emu is not her pause, so it disappeared. How do you know Emu created the Grimoire? I understand that the Grimoire kind of, in a sense, popped into existence, but how do you not know it wasn't transported? Whoa, 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 huh? It's not really hot. It doesn't even hurt that much with this black fire. Huff, huff. Wow, this guy's even more scary up close. Foosh. Emu's making some more flames. We're about to aim above the belly, where the sword pierced him a moment ago. Damn it, what is this stuff? It's spreading. Go, go. Stigma. The kanji is resentful demon sword. How the hell is that rendered to stigma? Loki and Emu. We got Luffy. We got Loki. Boom. Loki hit with some type of darkness. This is like Spider-Man's Venom. This is like a Venom sword. That's what it looks like. Okay, this is what the leakers meant by an aura sword. Aura sword. I don't think anyone was gonna picture this when they read aura sword. Chat, is this like maybe like a manifested of visible Maki? Maybe this is like a manifested visible Maki, where regular hockey is mainly invisible unless, you know, let's say you're coating your hand, then you can see, you know, the black. It's just mainly invisible, right? Maybe this is a visible Maki. Also, chat, is it time we shave? Let me know, chat. Are we looking a little too rough out here? Aura Sword sounds like a toy for Duke Dennis. I really like this chapter. I really like the details Oda put in this chapter. Because Emu spawned by Emu Gunko in front of our eyes by Emu. That was shown. Emu Gunko said something like, "Let me show you the power of Mu." Pulled out a grimoire out of nowhere and pulled a gun and sword out. Yeah, but my point is, brother, how do you know Emu created the grimoire? That's what your original point was. Couldn't it be the case someone else created the grimoire and Emu's just spawning it? Emu's summoning it? Do what you want. Getting Deidara vibes from Emu? What's with this thing? It just won't break. Wheeze, nothing's working. This can't really be made of ice, can it? It's more like a diamond or something. Oh, whether it's ice or not, whether it's ice or not, wouldn't she already have suffocated by now? Ouch, dummy. But look, it's cold to the touch. Or actually, I'm not really sure, but you can't tell? Hey, you're right. When I touch it, I'm not really sure. Enough. You non-humans just can't tell. It's definitely cold. Hey, look out behind. Loki comes over here. Bro, sometimes I forget how gigantic Loki is. Holy crap. Loki's like a building. Yeah. Huh? Watch out. The hammer. Dang, Ragnar's that big as a hammer? Chat, look at, I don't even know which page this is. Look at the page that has the hammer to the right of the block of ice. Look how huge the hammer is. That's insane. Squeak, squeak. Man, Ragnar is so goated. No way. Was he beaten? He's been stabbed in the chest. Cough, cough. Squeak. Ragnar. Oh, the ice is melting. Hey, look. Whoa, the ice started to melt. Princess Shuri. Wait, is it because of Ragnar? It looks like it looks like Ragnar hit the ice. Look, like Loki's back smacked into the ice, but the like 3-4 panels later, look, you see the hammer, it's like coming from the sky vertically, it's coming downwards and it bangs into the ice. Boing, you see the spikes. It went on a collision course, it hit the ice. And then a few chapters later, or a few panels later, the ice started to melt. So, wait a second. Was King J right? King J was saying that Ragnar was going to melt the ice. I think technically King J was correct. The very last thing to touch the ice was Ragnar. The thing before that was Loki's back. What caused the block of ice to melt? Loki's back or Ragnar? I think it's Ragnar. The ice has started to melt. Princess Shuri. Whoosh. Wow. Ring. Oh, it's like music. And then look, circles. There's a bunch of circles. And the flame appears on Luffy's shoulder. Luffy throws off the cloak. Emu is shooting like a tornado out of his hand. Luffy's jumping around. Emu's standing there. Ragnar hitting it, and then Loki back. Ragnar had to unmelt Shuri. Nothing else can unfree what he flash freezes. Yeah, I'm here for any Loki W. Any Ragnar W. Which, by the way, Smokey also gets a mini W because I think one of the times I recently spoke, or one of the most recent times of my conversations with Smokey, Smokey argued that we were going to get a map as to everyone's whereabouts, or at least some people's whereabouts. It looks like 1187, we're getting that. We're looking at people's whereabouts. Vincent, God bless, bro. Vincent, how you doing? Chat. Man, I can't stop yawning, dude. Even before I came live. Ragnar hitting it because the ice is Ragnar's power, not Loki's power. Loki's power is lightning. I am talking about his elemental. Seaport West Village, Library School, Branch Harbor, Zoro's location. Look, who is it? Who it is? One of the three demons, a straw hat. Weren't you just at the village? What are you doing here looking for a beating? You bastards ruined our reunion feast with our old friends. Oh, sorry about that. We're just here to pick up 10 or 20 kids at most. My associate should be bringing them over from the village any minute now. Then we'll be out of your hair. Yeah, this dude Summers really is. He really is Epstein. Jeffrey Summers Epstein. And I actually forgot that this dude Summers has a ring behind him like Emu, just without the eyes. Is that so? What a coincidence. One of my associates is also swinging by the village, but I don't think your guy will be the one coming back. Yeah, talk that smack, Zoro. Oh, may I ask why? Because he'll be dead. Gee, ha, 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 ha. You really have no idea just how awesome we are right now. Yeah, I don't think Sanji is going to kill somebody. St. Jeffrey, Summers, Epstein, Shepard. I don't think Sanji's going to kill Kittingham. I'm not going to lie. Gee, ha, ha, ha. You really have no idea just how awesome we are right now. Hey, West Village, rain pours. West Village, tree route, school, harbor. As if a hole was torn in the sky. I'm starting to grasp the situation. Problem one, a monster bigger than any giant is trying to kidnap the kids. So now we have the rain god. Would Sanji fight the rain god if the rain god was feminine? Like, look at the rain god. It's a huge monster demolishing the village. Is Sanji just going to watch because he can't hit a feminine god? St. Eddie Di Charlos Morley Weevil Jabra III. Epstein Esquire. I am not an Epstein fan in any capacity. A monster bigger than any giant is trying to kidnap the kids. That's a pain to deal with. Their mothers are crying their eyes out. I can't stand the sight of it, but I can't save the brats myself because of problem 2. That monster's a woman. Oh, that's what I was just thinking. And I can't kick it. That's another pain to deal with. Really? So if there's a full-fledged monster, a full-fledged demon, you wouldn't fight a monster. You wouldn't fight a demon because it's a woman? Bro. And the warriors won't stop at anything until the kids are safe. Replay. Damn it, leave him alone. Colon, mommy, I'm sorry, I got caught again. There's problem 3. While I can't stand to see a woman cry, it's okay if I don't join their fight because I know the cause of all this is really you. Oh, Sanji versus Kittingham, let's go. Sanji. Even if the giants lose sight of you, you can't. Oh, by the way, Sanji is fighting a Keating. All right, what do you call the Japanese monster again? Keating. which is like what, half horse. I think Zoro, when it comes to fighting the Gorosei, Zoro is gonna fight the half horse guy, which would be Venus. So I think it's actually kind of cool. Right now, Sanji fights the Holy Knight, that's half horse. In the future, Zoro fights the Gorosei, that's half horse. What's good, Life Bear? You can't outrun me. Good grief, you really are tough. I'm enduring this here. You fool, there's a big difference between tough and immortal. There's no way you can beat me. Your assessment is right, though. If I were out of commission, my ability would dissipate. So go ahead and try. Let's see if you could take out the Rain God. Onward, Rain God, take those brats away. How terrifying. I know your weakness. Ha 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 ha. Oh ho, how interesting. So you're saying you can use Conqueror's Hake? Oh, Keatingham is saying that. Go ahead then, kill me. Your captain is one of the 4 emperors. You should be meticulous if you intend to have his back. My bad. Hey, old man, what about me? Do I really not have Conqueror's Hake? You have the traits of one who might. Really? But somehow, you seem to be burdened with painful uncertainty. You must be a king yourself if you truly wish to make Luffy the Pirate King. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely implying that Sanji has Conqueror's Hake. But again, I think the argumentation here needs to be rather precise. You know, I don't think we can argue Sanji has Conquerors. Why? Oh, because Scopper said that Sanji has traits of a conqueror. I don't think that gets us all the way there yet. Maybe it's like gets you 90% there. Maybe it's like a half decent reason. But like if I say Zoro has Conqueror's Hake, you guys are going to say, well, how do you know that? What's your proof Zoro has Conqueror's Hake? Oh, well, he used Conqueror's Hake in Wano. Didn't he use Conqueror's Hake to cut Kaido? I know Zoro has Conqueror's Hake because he used it to cut Kaido. That is direct empirical evidence. Versus Sanji. Oh, I know Sanji has Conqueror's Hake. Really? Why is that? Oh, well, because Gabon said Sanji has the traits of a Conqueror's Hake user. You see how that's way less powerful? Now, to really hammer it home for everyone that's a little dumb, you know, all the dummies in chat. I am not saying Sanji is missing Conqueror's Hake. I do believe Sanji will have Conqueror's Hake. I think that's how the story will end. Zoro and Sanji both have Conqueror's Hake. But what I'm also saying is, why? What is the argumentation there? I do believe that 1 + 1 = 2. Do I believe that because my shirt is black? No, that's not why I believe that. I disagree with that reason. Don't talk about yourself that way. I am pretty dumb. How'd you know I was talking about myself? I'm the dumbest person here. Bozoville. All right, we got to read this last double page. The Pirate King. So thou hast finally revealed thyself, Joyboy. Saint Nerona Emu versus a Monkey D. Luffy. Oh, look at this cool design. Saint Nerona Emu versus Monkey D. Luffy. Who truly has the qualities of a king? Special color or cover and color spread next issue to celebrate the 29th anniversary. Don't go calling me whatever you want. My name's Luffy, the man who's going to be king of the pirates. Chat, I'm not going to lie. I feel like this last double page it doesn't do Luffy versus Emu justice. Like the text looks cool. Saint Nerona, Emu, Monkey D. Luffy. The way that like that font, the way that text is pretty cool. I like it. But don't you guys think this is a little lackluster in a way? Like Oda should have drawn like a very highly detailed, scary, monstrous panel of like Luffy facing Emu. Doesn't this feel like a little like weak? Like right now it's Emu's back with Luffy facing the camera and facing Emu. It doesn't really hit like something very monumental. Chat, do you guys see where I'm coming from? Like this almost like without the background context of who Emu is and the world government and all of that, this last double page, it just doesn't give that final villain vibe or even major antagonist vibe. Even if you push to the side, final villain, let's say you push that to the side, it's almost like this isn't like a main villain vibe from the last double page of the chapter. Like it doesn't give that impression. Like Luffy and Kaido, it gave like that serious impression. Or even, you guys remember when Kaido fell down? When Kaido fell down, when he jumped off the Sky Islands, and Kid was standing before Kaido, bro, that vibe was very, very serious. It was like a very serious, tough vibe. Like there was a lot at stake. But the way Oda's depicting this, it doesn't even seem like Emu's vibe is equal to or above Kaido's vibe when it should be. And no, I'm not saying Blackbeard final villain. That's a bad take. We already spoke a lot about that 2 streams ago. Blackbeard being the final villain is a largely unsubstantiated claim. So I'm not arguing Emu's not the final villain. Rather, I'm saying that Oda could have depicted this confrontation with Luffy or even Joyboy much better. He should have did it in a totally different way. In fact, this last double page is probably losing space and flair because Oda has to use this dialogue for Sanji's Conquers Haki. Like the moment when Joyboy, Gear 5 Luffy, finally stands in front of Emu. Luffy, Gear 5, face to face with Emu for the first time in the whole story. That page has to lose space. We lose probably a bit of the depiction of this moment because we need dialogue potentially leading to Sanji Conquers Haki. If this is not a decisive battle, final battle against Emu, Oda could hype it up too much right now. Oda can't hype it up too much, otherwise the end of the battle would be much more disappointing. Well, I don't see why he couldn't. Why can't Oda show the seriousness, the high level of tension behind Emu right now, even if this is not the decisive, or even if this isn't the decisive battle? Again, when Kaido jumped off the Sky Islands and Kaido stood before Kid, that wasn't a decisive battle that Kaido was defeated in. That was hundreds of chapters before Kaido was defeated. But go to that double page. Go to that page when, again, Kaido jumped off the Sky Islands and he was standing in front of Kid, Apu, and etc. That felt so serious, so much tension. But it was who in the context of Kaido and Kid, way before Kaido was ever defeated. Loki, Blackbeard, final villain ain't it? Yeah, we've been talking about the idea of dude, something's stuck in my throat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. We've been talking about Blackbeard final villain for so long. I'm so tired of talking about it. And shout out to King J, guys, because if you believe that or did I say Kaido? I meant Blackbeard. I'm so tired of talking about Blackbeard being final villain. I strongly disagree. I strongly believe to the contrary. Emu's the final villain. If you are one of those people that do believe Blackbeard is the final villain, I invite you to go to my Discord server. King J wrote a full paper, a full thesis on why Blackbeard being the final villain makes no sense. And I invite all of you guys to go read it because I'm so tired of running through that conversation over and over and over. Go to my Discord. Go to my Discord. You'll be able to find, again, the PDF document on why Blackbeard is the final villain makes no sense. Imagine Oda hypes up the battle and at the end Emu loses or runs away or something like that. We all know Luffy is safe, so there's no tension in hyping a battle that will end in a draw for Emu. So, one, that's premised on the idea that Emu loses and runs away. Well, what if Emu doesn't lose and run away? Secondly, are you arguing that Oda should not hype Emu to mitigate Emu disappointment? Is that really worth it in the long run? No. We can't hype Emu yet. We can't add serious tension like we did to Kaido hundreds of chapters before he was ultimately defeated. We cannot do that for Emu. We got to actually limit the Emu hype. He can't be that serious. Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree on that, dude. As a manga artist, manga panelings are drawn in a certain way. So when you get to the big climax, they need to have a certain perspective. There's levels to manga paneling, and Emu isn't highest level. Yes, Luffy and Emu are highest level. What? Luffy and Emu aren't that. See, this is my problem. Oh my gosh. Yo, I need to bite my tongue, dude, because I'm about to just go full scorched earth. Someone distract me before I just go full scorched earth. Ayo, VC time? Let's do VC in a few more minutes. Where is everybody, dude? Like, YouTube, ever since I made this channel, it's just like people constantly saying, people coming to me. They come to me. Bro, I didn't get a noti. I didn't know you were live. It's like, what the hell? It's probably all those streams that we mentioned the J's on. Emu's power is already limited because he's outside of the Holy Land. I would imagine it'd be a whole different story. When we get there and Luffy is fighting in Emu's territory. Muzza, God bless you with the 10, bro. Your style of content really reminds me of O'Hara. Did you steal your arguments from him? You guys are like twins. Three and O'Hara ship for reals. We all love O'Hara from Tel Aviv. Yo, shout out to Tel Aviv. God bless Tel Aviv. Guys, I'm opening up the Discord. You want to join the open mic on live stream? Come to the Discord server, !Discord. Yo, shout out to Muzza. God bless, bro. Thank you so much. Shout out to Tel Aviv, the gay capital of the world. Oh, that's why Smokey's from Tel Aviv. Ohara is what Nietzsche warned us about. Usopp is what Nietzsche warned us about.
Nietzsche actually, he loved the.
What does Jordan Peterson call what's the word?
Nietzsche is actually the Jesus Christ archetype, bucko.
Emu won't look bad to lose, but he's nerfed, so he's not really in a shape to win either. You know, one thing that reminds me, one thing I do want to address. I see people repeatedly mention that Emu is nerfed because he's outside of the Holy Land, but I have two things to say. First, is that confirmed that he's nerfed specifically because he's outside of the Holy Land? Where is the direct, explicit, black and white confirmation of that? And secondly, I thought they said that Emu was nerfed because of all the covenants he's running, all the covenants he's using. So those are two things I want to point out. Again, one, where did they say explicitly in black and white that Emu's nerfed specifically because he's outside of the Holy Land? And second, I thought Emu was nerfed because of all the covenants he's using. Five elders said he shouldn't leave the Holy Land and he's coughing blood. It's heavenly. Okay, so it's not confirmed then. Just because Emu shouldn't leave the Holy Land and Emu's coughing blood, how do you know those two things are linked? How do you know they're not saying, yo, Emu, don't leave the Holy Land. You should be resting. You're our God. We don't want you to be exposed. Stay in secrecy. Stay and relax. We'll go work. And then Emu's coughing up blood because, as I just mentioned, did they not say Emu is lending out a bunch of covenants and it's coming at a cost? Do you think Emu will win here and leave without casualties? You know, I actually don't know how this arc's going to end. I'm not going to lie. I am still unsure about this arc. I don't know if Emu's going to win, if Luffy's going to win, if Loki dies. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Yo, Eddie, I've been on semen retention for over 14 days now, and I can't feel this confident in my, and I ain't feel this confident in myself in a long time. That's great, bro. Hey, if you want to put the cherry on top, Mo, because what you're doing is excellent, but if you want to put the cherry on top and perfect it, you got to find that grind. You got to find something that you enjoy, that you could put your time and your effort in, whatever it is. Your diet, losing weight, reading, I don't know, whatever it is. Find that grind that you enjoy. Find that mission you want to embark on, and you just go ham on that. Because when you're focused and you're aiming towards something, right, it's way easier to avoid all the nonsense, right? Like if you're busy, you don't have that much time to be depressed. You don't have that much energy to go waste on pointless stuff. So what you're doing is awesome, bro. I am proud of you, my boy. If you really want to maximize it, again, just find something you enjoy, something that you just think is fun, that you can grind at, focus on that. Well, of course, don't neglect your family, friends, career, and stuff like that. I'll take care of that as well. But find that grind that you enjoy. You get locked in, and then you don't have the time and energy to go do those things. What's good, Eli? Also nerfed because of the damage Emu took from Loki. It is how Oda explains why Emu doesn't just kill everyone himself. Yeah, I understand the argument. I understand people. The argument is, oh well, the reason the Gorsei are saying Emu should not leave the Holy Land is because he's nerfed outside of it. That's why he's going to cough blood. I understand the argument, but I think my question and response is actually rather simple. How do you know that their request for him to not leave is tied and directly connected to him coughing blood? What is that connecting principle between these two ideas? When Harold died, Emu was bleeding. So when Zoro and Sanji kill holy bums, Emu will get nerfed again. Combined with that, his weakness to outside world, he'll teleport back home. Is this going to cause people to clown Emu for like the next 100 chapters? If Emu has to return back home and there's not a significant loss on the side of the allies, you know the One Piece fan base, oh, bro, Emu's garbage. He's a fraud. Dude, it seems like every freaking battle, every arc, we have to hear from One Piece fans, oh, this guy's a fraud. That guy's a fraud. This guy's a fraud. Like, everyone gets called a fraud. It's actually, like, so annoying. Even though, yeah, in some cases, people are frauds, but do you see where I'm coming from? Muzza with the 10. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Semen retention is for losers. Jerking your ling is normal. Most people who start semen retention are just corn addicts who are trying to go cold turkey. You don't need to do semen retention. It's not natural. I built my business and I bust at least once a day. Well, I would argue that just because you are succeeding in your endeavors, i.e., you're building a business while self-mutilating, self-abusing, rather, it doesn't make it okay or even like tolerable. Like someone can be an alcoholic and have a successful career as a real estate agent. That doesn't justify them drinking copious amounts of alcohol, let alone alcohol at all. And no, I'm not arguing no one should drink alcohol. Even beyond health benefits, I think from a spiritual aspect, it's pretty important. I think we should be using our body as a means to produce kids and bond with our wife, not watch degeneracy on a digital screen, but not everyone is called, even though like not everyone is called to live like a super aesthetic life, not everyone is called to live like a monk, and give up all sensory goods and stuff like that. Even though we're not all called to do that, I still think there are certain things that are lines in the sand. And for me, I hold to Oriental Orthodox Christianity. I'm Orthodox. We don't support the idea of self-abuse. Hopefully that kind of gives my perspective on the matter. What else is the reason Emu never leaves the Holy Land? Well, I think a huge reason is protecting his identity. No one should know that there's a ruler of the world. If Emu is outside, sure, someone can't look at him and then immediately think, oh, that's Emu, that's Naroni Emu. He's a leader of the Gorsei. He's running the world since 800 years ago. Like, sure, no one would look at Emu and have the full context. I wholeheartedly agree. But there's still a degree of risk to having Emu just walk around. He's supposed to be the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. It's much harder to convince the world he doesn't exist if he's running around the world. Information's going to stack up. Rumors are going to spread. It's much easier to protect his identity if he's hidden. Why should he protect his identity if he's basically immortal? Him protecting his identity is not for the sake of his health. It's for the sake of the status quo behind the One Piece world government. I totally understand your perspective, bro. Religion always supersedes if you are pious. I appreciate that, bro. No hard feelings, dude. We could always debate and disagree. If you disagree, I'm not gonna get, bro. It's not personal. I'm not gonna sit here, bro. Muslim disagrees with me. Yeah, like we might get annoyed. We might debate, but bro, it's not gonna be that personal. So it's all good, man. For me, I don't want to hold to God or religion for no reason. I need actual reasons for my beliefs. So for me, I believe that you can't have knowledge without God. I don't believe autonomous epistemology has a true, firm foundation, a true theory for knowledge without a starting point of God. And when we then talk about which God, that's an in-house inquiry, which is a much different conversation from where do we start in epistemology. But anyways, slow down on my drinking, feel much better. Yo, congrats to L. I'm so happy for you, man. God bless, bro. Congrats. I am proud of you, my boy. We can enjoy things here and there, you know? Not everyone is called to live like a monk. Not everyone can abandon all digital devices, freaking read 24/7, pray 24/7, zero alcohol. Like, we're still in the world. We still seek sensory goods. We should value the intelligible good over the sensory good and not draw addiction to the sensory good, for sure. But not all of us are called to live a super ascetic life. So if you drink a little alcohol here and there, which, by the way, guys, this is just all my opinion, okay? Don't take this as me telling you guys how to live life. This is just my worldview. This is just me talking about how I view things, chat. Okay. I think that if you have a little alcohol here and there, I don't think that's ultimately detrimental to a person. It becomes detrimental when you start getting wasted all the time. You start drinking every day and you can't live without the drink and you're just attached to the bar. Now it's a much different conversation, right? But a little drink here and there, I don't think that hurts. You know, if you could have a little drink here and there, you're laughing, you're having a good time, you could even be a little productive. I think that's fine, you know? But that's just how I see the world, chat. You guys can disagree. You guys can agree. This is my own opinion, you know? Passed my master's defense on Monday. Let's go. Don't coom, dude. No, don't, man. You're better than that, my boy. Congrats. I am so proud of you. He passed his master's defense. Isn't that like a huge accomplishment? W. Chat, can we get some W's? Can we get some W's for my boy? That's amazing, dude. I'm so proud of you, bro. You've been working so hard for years, man. Why does he fear reveal? Oh, chat, we're going to switch to open mic. Shoot, I totally forgot. Let's invite that boy, Smokey.
Man, I was left over here on an island.
You were left for dead.
No life preserver, no ounce,
nothing.
No bitches, nothing. Dog.
Nothing, dude. You were down at 5 HP with paralysis, dude. You needed that full restore.
Yeah, pretty soon you were gonna have to use a max survive on me.
Max survive. We can't even use items in battle, matter of fact. So you were cooked.
Oh shit, we're nuzlocking?
We're nuzlocking. You're going straight to the box, my boy.
I mean, if you think about it, isn't life a Nuzlocke as it is?
Oh,
We get one chance.
life is a nuzlocke. Yo, are these women? Are we nuzlocking women?
Man.
King J.
What you think about this chapter?
Hold on. I would love to answer that question. King J's crying over here. He said to open my DMs. Let's see. Hopefully YouTube doesn't smack us. It's Summers. He says, well, whatever. The great emu's body isn't meant to be out in this world. That's a fact. But now, it's not meant to be out in this world. Why? I'm just trying to be as meticulous as possible. So,
right. And I agree. Like, I feel like the sentiment is one thing, but the way you're looking at it with the you want official confirmation. Like, we ain't got that yet. There's really no argument to be made. Anything argued for Emu being weak because he left the Holy Land is, you know what I mean? It's just going off your gut feeling. I'm not denying the evidence. But if you want like an official confirmation, that way you can be meticulous. We ain't got that yet.
Yeah, that's a great way of articulating it. Let me put it this way, chat. Let me put it this way. Vincent, you as well, because I know you were one of the ones that mentioned this. I'll put it this way. If you guys believe Emu is nerfed outside of the Holy Land, I understand it. I think it's a high likelihood. I see where you're coming from. I'm not going to try to go out and debate you on it. I think extremely technically, I think there's still room for ambiguity, but I'll let you guys hold to that. I don't think it's worth debating due to its plausibility.
You know what it is, guys? You know what it is?
What is
He's
it?
gotten grumpy in his old age. He don't want to debate unless there is an official confirmation at this point. This is what Threeble's telling you. He's telling you, don't bring me your theories unless you have official and direct confirmation. Then we'll debate. Because, I mean, this is how you get good at what you do.
I'm not very good at what I do.
We got the mama mentality. Well, that is true. You is a bozo. But you got the mama mentality of a bozo. So
I got that.
It balances out.
I got that. The open mic is on the Discord, ! Discord. If anyone wants to join the calls, you're telling me I have that Mamba, that dude. Oh, that Kobe mentality.
Yeah. I'm surprised it took you so long to come up with Kobe's name.
His name was escaping me. I was gonna say Kanye, but it was K, not Kanye, obviously, but Kobe.
Hey, back in the early 2010s, though, he did a commercial with Kanye.
Oh yeah, when he's in the chair.
Yeah,
he's
like a different animal.
A different animal.
Beast.
Yeah, and then Kanye's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?"
Yeah. Wait, so that's a real commercial? Like that line is actually.
It's censored, but the original is, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yo, Will of Dreams, God bless, dude. Muzza's gonna join the open mic in 10 minutes. Yo, Scrayo. What's up, man? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Theory, what if the five elders... Yeah, where's Vincent?
Southern Chinese folklore, the five elders...
Chat, should we do one caller? That way people are not interrupted, or do you guys want a few callers?
No, don't do that to me now. You left me out on the island already.
I'll keep you here. I'll keep you here.
Shutting up. I just be shutting up.
Jordan says, I hope next chapter Luffy pushes Emu to reveal his left eye. Ever since Emu came in his real form in Elbaf, Oda has been hiding his left eye, even though in this silhouette we see it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That latter half of your message about the eye being visible in the silhouette is the reason why I think the eye is ultimately not that important. But I'm open to it. If there is something going on with the eye and that's why he keeps covering it like Sanji, I mean, I'm open to that. I'm not against that.
All I'm gonna say, Oda, if we keep going down this Naruto route, give my boy a Haki Susanoo. Why not? We're doing eye powers.
Wait, so
All roads lead to Obito.
I want to ask you though, do you actually enjoy this eye stuff?
I think okay, so like there are examples of other animes and mangas where I think the eye powers have been done pretty well. So for me, it's not like it's not like I'm like, hey, no eye powers, Oda, I'll hate this. It's more or less like, okay, Oda, if you bring in eye powers, you've got to be really careful because this is a really tricky concept. So just do it up good. That's all.
Do you think it's tricky because so many people have done it before, or do you think it's tricky because it's hard to have it written consistently?
A little of column A, a little of column B, but I would say more because it's been done so many times before. So the question is, how would you make it unique and still, follow some of the template?
I mean, because
what high powers are.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, what is it in most manga? It's just an eye that looks very different from a normal eye. It looks really cool, and it gives you a power. That's what they just boil down to, right? A cool looking eye that makes you strong.
And most of the time, it's usually just fencing out people's flora and stuff like that.
Illusions.
Being able to, like, for example, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pegasus can use the Millennium Eye to read people's minds, look at their hand, and cheat. And then, you got Naruto, you've already got the thing done.
King J, 200 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. God bless, man. He says, when every elder asked Emu not to go to the only elder who asked Emu to go was... Oh, I see what you meant. When every elder asked Emu not to go, the only elder who asked Emu to go was Garling. The only one who is young enough to be alive, even if Emu dies. Other elders die because of age. Garling gets thrown. So you're saying Garling told Emu to go because Garling wants to usurp the throne? Am I understanding you correctly?
Garling, king of rats.
King of the rats. Garling's way cooler than Summers.
I've seen a lot of theories about Garling potentially trying to usurp Emu. And I mean, I think it would be fun, but I don't know, man. It's more, when I read that Gorosei conversation, I read it as Garling is the only one that's like, hey, man, what's the point of even talking about this or debating? This is Emu. He's the great one. He's the boss. He's going to do what he wants. So we might as well just shut up. That's the way I interpreted that conversation.
King J said yes. I heard you. King J said yes. Emu or Garling wants Emu to die. What's up, Nomad? What's good, bro? Muzza says I want to see Emu's feet. F eyes. What?
What?
Bro. One, toes, gross. Second, man. Yo, Muzza.
Double gross.
Double gross. Muzza. What's wrong with you, dude?
That's two technical fouls. Mr. Whitey wouldn't be happy.
I am going to kink shame.
Here we are, 2026 for kink shaming.
This is the issue. When you show your villain lose even once, no one takes Garling serious anymore because of God Valley. Same would happen to Emu. I mean, I take Garling serious. I think Garling's in a mop most of the story.
I think anybody who's not being reactionary would take him serious.
Garling.
I mean, I get it. Garling had a bad God Valley. You know what I mean? And I had my Garling.
Dude, that was freaking 39 years ago. You don't think modern day Garling mops the floor with probably most of the cast?
Oh, I do. I do. You're preaching to the choir. It's the Figureland agenda over here, bro. You know better.
The figure. Oh, right. Yeah, he is Figureland. But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna slander Garling because he got Valley, well, 39 years doesn't make a difference. And secondly,
you know what's funny?
Go ahead.
I could slander Garland, right? Because I had my expectations of what the story was going to be, and I thought it was leading to Darling having a big God battle. I thought he was going to be the guy that scarred Whitebeard. I thought he was going to be powerful. I thought he was going to be this and that, and Oda just took all my headcanon theories and said, "Fuck you." So like, I was a little nipped about it, but I'm not slandering Darling. I mean, dude's been around forever. He's the Supreme Holy Knight Commander for so many years. Now he's a Borisei. Like, we don't even know what this guy's yokai is. Like, I mean, think about it, guys. We just lost Saturn. Oda has to draw another yokai for Darling. Who knows what Oda's going to cook up?
I wonder if it's hinted somewhere. I mean, in my video that I did about the Gorsei's yokai, I had like the yokai.
There's a lot of yokai for the moon.
The moon yokai. Yeah, that's what I had in my Gorsei yokai video forever ago.
But,
which a bunch of them were wrong.
I wonder how Oda could. I wonder how Oda could spin that, because you know he'll take a yokai and then he'll put his own spin on it.
Yeah, the typical Oda creative liberty.
Same with Loki. I look at Loki as a combination of Norse gods. I see him as Thor, and I see him as Loki. I see him as a combination of Norse gods.
The Norse. Shout out to King J, another 40 with the super chat. God bless you, bro. He said, "Ew. Imagine liking someone's toes other than Robin's." Dude, even Robin, man. Sorry, can't do it.
I don't know if I could agree with you there. I mean,
of course.
I stick with King J on this one, but you know, hey, everybody got their preference.
You guys are gross. No wonder the women leave. All the women have dipped.
Hey, listen. Smokey might have 99 problems. I promise you, bitch, I ain't.
Man, when it comes to toes, it is. I don't know if Garling has the power to take over like he wants. I honestly think he may be a solid character faking like Shanks once did. You mean faking his allegiance to the Gorsei?
Faking feel till you need to eat? See,
Dude.
I get all the Garling, hey, he's going behind the back and all that. But see, the guy where I differ from you is, I believe that's going to be Shamrock and Shanks. I think that's what's happening, and I think Garling is just straight up wood. I mean, think about it. These two are probably mad this dickbag murdered their mom. Like, you got to think about it. If Shanks found out Garling murdered his mom, you don't think he'd be plotting?
Yeah.
All the plotting we've seen Shanks.
His dad killed his mom.
Like, that's pretty much the worst thing you can do to any child is kill their mother.
As the father.
That child to have their wife, have their love. Like, to be a functioning person in society, I truly believe you need your mom and your dad. And if you are a man, you really need your dad.
Definitely.
That's what I believe.
Yo, Lucas, what's up, bro? God bless, man. Yeah, no, I totally agree. You definitely need parents to be a well-functioning member of society. And
a very bad kept secret. Let me let you in on my very badly kept secret. I wouldn't be shit without my mama.
Hey, I feel you on that, man. I like to think that my parents gave me some good principles, but I feel like as time goes on, my memory is like being sapped, and I'm remembering less and less the stuff I was taught.
Oh no, Eddie is 27, but he's already 47.
Yeah, I'm already dealing with that dementia. Oh no, I'm cooked. Be funny if Garling's yokai was a leprechaun. Is there a leprechaun yokai?
Hey, brother, I'm right there with you. If you're cooked, I'm cooked too.
You're forgetting things?
Yeah, I mean, every time I get a new piece of One Piece information, I tell you, my brain can't hold it all.
It's too much freaking information, and then you got all the random stuff from the SBSs.
It's like back in the day. You remember consoles back in the day, like in the early infancy, when they would release these big ass games like GTA and shit, and they would be like, "Now, warning, this will take up all your." Or best example. You remember Animal Crossing, right?
Yeah.
You remember the memory cards with the GameCube?
I do remember memory cards.
You know how there was like 50 watts on your memory card?
Yeah.
Animal Crossing would take up 49.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When it first launched.
So it would leave one block remaining?
Yeah.
You would need
my brain, dog. My brain can't absorb no more information.
You would need a second memory card then.
Yep. Or I need a link cable to transfer all this data out somewhere.
King J said, but Shanks formed a crew with deadbeat dads who abandoned their wives and kids. Look at Yasop and Shanks abandoning Usopp and Uta. Shanks probably thinks Garling is based for killing Magnolia.
All right, come on. Now, see, King J.
Bro, that is an insane message.
Come on. Are you co-signing this?
I don't know if I'll co-sign it. I like Shanks. Even though I think certain people might be stronger than him.
I mean, I'll give you Yasop as a deadbeat for sure. No arguments there.
You'll give me what?
I said, no, I agree with King J. Yasop is a deadbeat. But I don't know. You're going a little far to put that on Shanks, man. I don't know if I call him a deadbeat.
You don't think Shanks knows about Yasop's failures?
No, I definitely do. I'm just saying, like, when we call Shanks a deadbeat, I mean, I know Uta's came up.
Where is Shanks in Uta's life?
Where's Uta in Shanks' life?
You're gonna pin this on the child? Oh my. Yo, Smokey, never walk out. Smokey, I don't think you would do this. But never walk out on your kid's life, because your baby mama is gonna look at you and be like, "Why aren't you in little Johnny's life?" And you're gonna say what you just said. Why isn't Johnny in my life?
I would never do that. I'm just putting my agenda hat on.
Shanks is the same level as Fraud Hawk. Oh my, here we go with this nonsense.
I think the mic's kind of cutting out a little bit.
Good. I don't want you to hear the terrible names I'm calling him.
Oh, hey, Vincent's here.
Lil Vincent.
My buddy.
Lil Vincent. Lil Vincent on the beat.
Hey, yo, what up, Vince?
Yo,
What's up, guys?
Vince Mahone. What's up, dude?
Yeah. What's up, my guys? What'd I miss?
Everything.
Damn. How tragic.
Did you play all the GTA? No, I only played Vice City, San Andreas, and 4 and 5. I didn't play like 1 and 2 or whatever. And the handheld ones.
I played most of them. And my favorite one had to be the San Andreas.
San Andreas. San Andreas was fun. I completed it like last year.
I also like the one where they were breaking Walter White out of jail. Which one was that? Is that 5?
Breaking Walter White out of jail? I do not remember that.
It may have just been something I played.
Yo, where'd Smokey go? Smokey?
You should still be here.
Young Smokey.
He probably hit his gabong.
Yeah. No, maybe he hit the bong and he forgot how to speak. What's up, bro?
I was just gonna say, give my thoughts on this chapter. It's just like, I thought this chapter was really good.
Yeah, It's weird for me. It feels like a good chapter, but at the same time, not much happened. I feel like the moves, like, oh, I'm gonna stab this guy, you're gonna swing back at me. It's like, I feel like that's always good to see. Like, we enjoy it, but then it's kind of lackluster. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Smoky went back in.
Young Smokey. Let's get Lung Loki. What's up, Jin Marks? God bless.
Speaking of Loki, this was definitely a glass half empty, half full moment for him in this chapter because in the same instance he gets stabbed in the chest by Amy, he also just accidentally helps out the Straw Hats with bringing out Cherry. Like, that's a win-lose kind of panel.
I mean, you assume it's helping the Straw Hats. Gunko might just say, yo, screw all of y'all. Knock out Nami. Knock out Usopp. Hell, she might even knock out freaking Jinbei. What if she just starts going to town on him?
I mean, she literally had these guys beating each other up when they were first introduced to each other.
Mm-hmm. Gunko killed people in God Valley for the hunt. No control there. Says Life Bear. Why is Oda hiding Magnolia's face as if she isn't going to be a red-haired Nami? Maybe that's the exact reason why. Oda's going to start hiding all the women's faces because he can't draw unique women for his life.
I mean, this one could look like Boa.
Muzza, why are you not in the Discord? Exclamation mark Discord. And yeah, maybe, I mean, that would be pretty cool if Shank's mom looked like Boa. For some reason, the thought just like left my mind.
Yeah, I don't see her looking like Verona, the big old bug eyes.
Looking like Dadan. Magnolia has a buggy nose. How do you know? I am regarded. You're regarded as the worst.
That is way of saying that Buggy and Shanks actually are siblings.
That's his way. And I mean, you know, when that whole fiasco happened of Blackbeard being the son of Zebek, you know, a lot of people came to me saying, oh, well, I guess Buggy isn't the son of Zebek after all. But, I mean, isn't it rather obvious that because Zebek had one son, he could also have another?
I mean, I'm pretty sure at that time polygamy was not an issue with some of those pirates. So, well, the idea of Zebek having more than one spouse with a kid, then it just makes sense. I mean, if Roger's allowed to chase more skirts than he has, then why can't Zebek?
Yeah, true. Zebek was with, or Roger was trying to be with multiple women.
Yeah.
Did you read the chapter already? What's up, Mikey? We read the chapter. I'll give the chapter like an 8.25 out of 10. I my one critique of the chapter is the end. I feel like Luffy standing before Emu should have far more tension. Oda should have made Emu look very dark, a lot of shade, very demonic, very serious, taller than Luffy. It should have had some oomph behind it. You know, Luffy Gear 5 for the first time in front of Emu. It should have been better, in my opinion. Nah, sorry, Vincent. Smokey, restart Discord. We need you in the call, bro. Go ahead, Vincent.
I was just gonna ask you. I don't know if you noticed it, but did you notice that Luffy wasn't wearing his shoes when the fight started? Like,
no, I didn't notice.
Barefoot against him.
Actually, yeah, I did kind of notice that. I noticed it in the third to last panel, the big one.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it in the other panels.
Like, where'd his shoes go?
I wonder, is there a reason for this?
Is it? I just thought he was gonna. When I first saw that he was shoeless, I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna be Dressrosa, and he went Gear 4 for the first time. Like he was gonna go at Emu with different levels. No, he's so straight to Gear 5, unless he's going to combine Gear 4 and 5 to form a new form.
Oh, you think this is going to be a Gear 6? A Gear 9, because
Well,
Gear 4 plus 5, Gear 9.
Or Gear 5, I Bounce Man.
Bounce Man. Jinmark says Emu's much weaker than Luffy. Dude, I can't imagine Luffy tanking all the crap. Well, actually, maybe I can't. Actually, Luffy probably would get knocked out from all the stuff Loki and Ragnar threw at Emu. I mean, it wasn't that long ago to when Luffy was knocked out by Kaido's Thunder Bagua. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. And we literally saw Luffy in this chapter say that it even phased him that one punch.
It didn't even phase Emu?
Like, I think that's what they said in the chapter, that it looked like it barely hurt him. And
yeah,
like
I mean,
what he said, that was only because he softened him up for Luffy.
Loki said explicitly, there's no way he tanked that. How the hell is he tanking that? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Let's be real. Loki took more damage this arc than Whitebeard did at Marineford. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, most of Whitebeard's damage at Marineford was what? Freaking fodder cannonballs, a stab from Squad. That's like most of the damage.
Multiple round. Well, a hellhound punch from Akainu, and multiple stabs and bullet wounds from the Blackbeard pirates.
Yeah, and even then,
Blackbeard didn't have Sangan stomp on him for good measure.
He didn't have who?
I said I'm surprised Blackbeard didn't have Sangan Wolf stomp on Blackbeard just for good measure.
Sangwon Wolf stomp. Oh,
sorry, I keep forgetting his name.
It's all good. Yeah, that would have been funny actually. Imagine like Samuel Wolf just ran up and just like landed on Whitebeard like a belly flop. Boom.
Calls a special attack pile on dive.
What is the color of your COC, dude? I'm so done with you, Axrom. What is wrong with you? And we need Smokey to come back to the open mic, dude. King J, get in the open mic. I'm sick of you hiding that voice, dude. That call center voice. Get in the call.
Yeah, come on, man. It ain't bad.
Did Emu use his Omen familiars on Luffy's sandals off screen? Or Oda error? I have no clue, dude. I don't know. What do you think, Vincent?
I think it was just like maybe some kind of choice that Luffy made. Like, I can't really give you. I don't know if this is an error or not. Like, you know, like how Oda drew Summers getting the wrong hand chopped off like back in 1140 something. Like, there could be multiple answers for this.
Eric said, I don't know what to talk about when I'm on call. You could talk about how they called Mihawk the world's strongest swordsman and not Shanks. We could talk about that. What's up, Muzza? You Muzza Fuzza?
What's up?
Yo.
All good?
Nico Robin is the only one that we hear you. I hear you, bro.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Welcome back, man. Because it said that I had your audio edited, so I guess you've been here before.
Maybe like 3 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
No, a long time ago.
How's life been treating you?
Life been treating me good. I mean, I was underage when I last was in this Discord.
Bro was a squeaker.
Yeah, I'm still a child.
Oh man,
Things
I
are
hear
different
Smokey.
Wait, you can't hear me?
I hear you. I wish I
Yeah, I
didn't.
can hear you.
Oh wait, did you say? Oh man, I can hear you. All right, Bozo, I remember that.
Well, I'm just
By the
kidding.
way, we were talking about kinks earlier. Can we talk about how Vincent came in here and I said, "Did you notice Luffy is barefoot?"
Wait, Muzza's into that, isn't
This
he?
coming from the guy that brings up
Why you
Tokies
say that?
every goddamn session.
Look, I was joking, but you're just projecting, saying how you hate speed. You know,
Oh,
you
give
don't
me a
speed, you wanna
boy.
go, but you're projecting.
Bro, that projecting argument
so
is
bad.
so weak. Come on, dude.
Not projecting.
Putting your
Low
Come
tier.
on, bro. It's fine. Just be proud of it.
I'm not proud of nothing.
Hey, then work on it. Go get help.
Okay, look, I'm gonna probably add one more person to the open mic, and that's the maximum amount of callers. We'll swap people around after, because I think once you have like 6 people, it's too much.
I started talking about Peter. You're already thinking of I want to start swapping people.
Nah, I'm already thinking about kicking you out of here,
You
dude.
guys are the ones with their minds in the gutter.
Hold on. We got to start talking with the text chat. The text chat's gonna be sad if we don't talk to them. Life Bear said, "Do you think Emu? Do you think Emu can burn the straw hat with the black Sharingan flames? Amaterasu? I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe.
I mean, can he? Probably, but would Luffy let that happen? Not on your life.
I think they also mentioned that flames weren't exactly hot
Yeah.
in this chapter too, so I don't know if they're capable of burning unless Emu wills it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point that popped in my head too. If the fires aren't hot, like Vincent said, maybe they don't have damage. They don't interact with objects like how fire does, so it wouldn't burn things. It's more of like a cloud.
By the way,
Why do these fireballs have eyes?
Kiarmine and Muzza are the same person, yeah.
That's my real name.
Kiarmine. What ethnicity is that?
The name is Persian. I'm half Persian.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I'm not from Tel Aviv or none.
Bro needed to address that.
No, because I was making the Tel Aviv jokes in the
Just wanted to set the record straight.
Yeah, I just want to let you know. I'm not from Tel Aviv. I'm Italian Persian.
I don't believe this. You're definitely Tel Avivian. We got a good old Israeli in the chat.
Anilo.
Habibi?
Anilo Tel Aviv.
You're from Tel Aviv, dude.
No, I'm not from Tel Aviv. Shabbat shalom.
Habibi.
Because that's Hebrew. Habibi.
Johan, what's up, bro? Johan said Nico Robin is the only one that Oda draws differently at eye level. My theory is to differentiate her from Boa Hancock. I mean, maybe Johan. I don't know, man.
I mean, what about Robin? What about Bo?
Johan said Nico Robin is the only one that Oda draws differently at eye level. My theory is to differentiate her from Boa Hancock.
Well, I mean, Robin's one of one. Of course he wants to make her different.
Robin is, dude, I can't even lie. Robin is one of the best characters in the story.
Exactly.
Robin, Loki, Kuma. Who else? Garp?
Captain Kuro.
I said Brooke.
Brooke. Hell no.
Hell
no.
not gonna let you disrespect Garp like that. I know you don't agree with him, but he's still a great character.
He's not
He's a
bad.
great character. I wouldn't say he's at the top. I mean,
Jaffa
he's at the
Hunter,
top
what's
for
up?
Some categories. But
I think Garp and I agree with Vincent. Garp and Brooke are great characters, but One Piece has too many phenomenal characters for me to put Brooke or Garp up there. No lie.
Let's see, that's the way. All right, Ragnar boy.
Ragnar's so cool, dude. Why do you hate Ragnar?
because he's a literal rat.
He's a first of all, he's not a rat, he's a squirrel. Second of all,
Still a rodent.
Oh, don't Smokey, don't talk to me about rodents. Don't
like
start with
Shanks and Shamrock also. So one is not the other.
not. Hey, you're mentioning other rodents of the plot.
Yeah, I don't think I like this rodent game anymore. Let me shut up.
Johan said Garp is Bill Clinton. I did not have relations with that Holy Knight.
Who did he get?
I did not have relations with that Holy. I did not have relations with that Celestial.
I did not get Scoogity and Turkish Wigan. I do not apologize.
What the?
And that's what I just said.
Wait, Vincent, you gotta say that again, bro.
Giggity, giggity.
Yeah, I think Vincent's just like me. He's seen too much Family Guy.
Vincent hit the bong before he came.
Joke's on you. I haven't even gone out to do it yet. It's so freaking hot where I'm at.
All right, I didn't get
lie. It's pretty fucking hot where I am right now too.
I did not get a chapter
Is it in the
reaction.
triple digits?
Hey, I
Nope,
did
not
not.
that hot.
I did not get a chapter rating from Muzza.
You want a chapter rating for me?
I need the chapter rating. 1 to 10.
I'm gonna be honest. Why are you doing this?
This sounds like a bad Borat impression.
It's Italian,
Are you
dude.
trying to do like I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I've been just watching your streams, but I haven't been reading.
Oh my dude's a bro.
Oh,
I think I'm like
You spent the last 30 years being a curtain jerker or something?
Bro, you know that's like what Jabril does. Jabril and L, right? Who's the is it L? L is the one who
Blackbeard propagandist.
Oh, Blackbeard. Yes, him as
Yeah.
well. They literally consume
do?
One Piece by only watching the stream. They don't even read the chapter.
no, for real. And I watched like chapter breakdowns by like what's his name? Joyboy Theories. That's it.
Well, to each their own.
I just don't have the time to go and read them. Like it's all black and white. It's all so small and condensed. It's just it's not pleasing
takes,
to the
like-
eye to.
It takes you 10 minutes to read the chapter.
You got
He's illiterate.
You were lying earlier. You were lying.
Okay.
He's from Tel Aviv. He's too good to read manga. He's too good to read manga. The Goy will read it for him.
I'm not good enough. That's the thing.
Oh, give me a break.
One
I think
Piece
it's the same problem as L. He just can't read.
Yeah.
That's that skill issue.
Look, One Piece
Skill
lately, like, it used to be really readable. Now it's just so condensed and everything's so small. and
Oda's-
everything just
Oda's writing like Tagashi, dude.
camouflage.
You know
I don't
Tagashi?
know, fuck, bro, I can't read that shit.
Oda writes like Tagashi. He's putting like freaking 600 words every chapter. The Hunter x Hunter. Come on, you know what I'm referring to, Hunter x Hunter.
I don't find it enjoyable to have to like really squint and try to read.
Dude,
it.
just
Try
zoom
to read
in,
all the
bro.
small
What the
details.
hell? Just zoom in.
But it's also, since
Or get
it's
some
so
moving.
fast, since it's so fast, everything's just scribbled and it's not that appealing to me.
Bro, when's the last time you saw the optometrist? Do we need to get you some
My
glasses?
mom-
Thank you, Al.
I come from a family of eye doctors.
And yet you still can't read shit.
Oh, because they don't care about me because I don't pay them.
This is with no mercy.
No, I'm being serious. Like the last time the last time my eyes have been checked, I think was 6 years ago.
Damn, that's 6 years too
I don't
long,
pay-
brother.
I don't pay him, so they don't give a fuck.
I almost turning into Fuji Torah.
Hold on. Life Alert, aka Life Bear, says or asks, do you think the quote "Don't overstay your welcome" end quote part from the beginning of Elbaf will be relevant? I don't know, man. I think we're so encapsulated by the whole emu situation with Gunko and the Holy Knights trying to kidnap children and all that I think lore and plot devices, these plot lines intrinsic to the country of Elbaf, would actually come second. What do you guys think?
In my personal thoughts is that I think time actually does work differently outside of Elbaf, because remember before like chapter 1150, and we got like Emu possessing Gunko, they said that Elbaf was on freaking fire here at that point. And by the time Emu actually physically goes to Elbaf, it looks like the war is over. So there's got to be some kind of time difference between what's going on in the outside world and Elbaf, even by minutes.
This girl is on fire.
For me, it's it goes back to the conversation with Shanks and Gabon in the hot tub. And Gabon's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in X amount of years," and then Shanks was like, "No, bro, it's been this many years since I last saw you."
Bro, I zoned out for a second and I just hear Smokey talking about Shanks and Gabon in a bathtub.
Come on, bro. You know it has to do with the time.
That's your takeaway?
That's my takeaway. I don't pay attention, so I'm a Shanks fan.
All right, brother.
No, but anyways,
I'll fly out to give you a good swift kick in the ass.
Oh, don't do that to me, man. I do agree with you guys though. I do like the idea of I don't know what to call it, time dilation of Elbaf.
Yes.
I do think that's a great theory. I'm not against it at all, but you know, when we have this dialogue of don't overstay your welcome and the R-Not stuff or whatever, it makes me think like all that is just going to be secondary to taking care of Emu, Gunko, Keatingham, Summers, etc. So I don't know. It's going to have to kind of fall in line. Like we got to deal with the world government stuff first. Then we'll start talking about, oh, well, the time moves slower and this and that. And knowing Oda, he's probably going to end up like kicking that to the curb, making it like a very like short and quick thing, you know, because he's going to want to add so much towards the whole Emu situation, you know, get that complete, you know, get us out of Elbaf and just leave this whole don't overstay your welcome stuff, you know.
I mean, the crazy thing is we still have not even seen the Holy Land. I mean, not the Holy Land, but the
Astral World.
You can come visit me.
Heaven Realm.
Heaven Realm.
You can come visit me. I'm in the Holy Land.
Brother, I ain't coming to Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv is not the Holy Land, dude.
He got 72 slaves on scene.
Same.
Bro got slaves on standby. Bro has slaves breaking down the chapters for him.
True. His name is 3.
Hey, I'll do it for a fee.
Get out for him.
It's not time dilation, but the perception of time is different due to the giants barely aging physically, different from humans. Emu will just run away. We all know it. Not excited about it at all. I mean, we all know it is a rather powerful claim, but I mean, I see why you would believe that. I myself, I'm not sold on what's happening. I'm not entirely sold that Emu will leave or Luffy will fall or even if Loki will live or die. I'm very uncertain as to what's going to happen compared to say like Wano or even Egghead. Egghead, I had like if I'm not mistaken, I had like a large inclination that the Straw Hats and everyone, they just had a run. They had a dip. Wano, I had the belief that Luffy would ultimately win, but this arc, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen.
I feel like this arc is just gonna be a postponement. You know, give us some fireworks and then postpone it.
I mean, they're just building up Emu for the final stage.
I mean, you
We
know,
need to learn
you
about him
know,
somehow.
Yeah, see,
Exactly.
like that's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Like, how are they gonna build up Emu and resolve this arc? Because if Emu's defeated, well, then he's not. There's nothing to build up to. But if Emu's not defeated, then what does that mean for Luffy? Does
Do you
Luffy
really think he's gonna be
lose?
defeated? Seriously, he's not gonna be defeated. Ain't no way.
I mean, the way I see this going down is that he was gonna probably beat Luffy to half an inch of his life, and by the time he's about to go for the final strike, either A, he's going to run out of time and have to flee real quick, or B, someone gets in the way, he gets stabbed, Luffy's so pissed, and he just knocks Emu back to Marijois.
well, you know what I'm gonna say, Vincent. I'm not
I
against
know what
that.
you're gonna say.
You and I have talked about this before. You know that I want the reason for Emu to retreat. Yes, I want him to cook Luffy and Loki, but you know I want Vivi's appearance to be the reason why Emu retreats.
She just pops up in Elbap and says, "Stop fighting." He's like, "Oh."
She's already put out the message. We have no idea where she is. She's very mobile. She's in a freaking blimp. She could be anywhere.
Life Bear says
That's
it's
wrong
not.
with you.
Life Bear said it's not building up Emu. Oda literally said Emu versus Luffy, but Luffy has had multiple run-ins with major antagonists before. Luffy didn't take out Crocodile in one go. So were his interactions with Crocodile were not actually building up to the ultimate decisive battle? Same with Kaido. Like all that stuff
hell,
prior to
Luffy
Rooftop.
couldn't even beat Blackbeard and it fell down.
Yeah,
He
all
couldn't
that
beat
stuff.
Magellan and Meltdown.
All that stuff.
Luffy couldn't beat Magellan and Meltdown.
The entire Wano arc prior to Rooftop, was that not all building up to Kaido? But Luffy had run-ins with Kaido. Remember, Luffy got Thunder Bagua, dude.
Not
Straight
once,
to the dome.
not twice, but like four
sure.
times.
Yeah, even early on in the arc. So the point that I'm trying to make is that you can have Oda say Luffy versus Emu, but this not like it doesn't have to underlined have to. It doesn't have to be that this is a concluding battle of some sort, or that it's not going to build up to a real decisive battle in the future.
If anything, let's just treat this like a boxing or UFC match. This is round one.
Round
And
one, yeah.
They'll have round two later.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Round one fight.
That's a great analogy. You know, round one, round one is going to show, you know, a little bit of Emu's moves, a little bit of Emu's powers, far more than what we saw when Sabo had his run-in with Emu, right? So you could classify this as Luffy versus Emu, but can't it ultimately build up to a more decisive fight in the future? So you can have both. I think it's kind of like a hasty generalization, if I could say so myself.
I'm glad you actually
I mean,
brought
the
up
biggest
Baba,
thing
because
is Luffy doesn't even have the One Piece, and I think Luffy's gonna need the One Piece for this fight when this fight happens in the future. So to me, whatever happens on Elbaf happens on Elbaf.
yeah, I agree with that.
And what do you think will next see Blackbeard? When they fight for the One Piece, they then go fight Emu, or?
Well, I think we will get a Blackbeard arc. Me personally, I think it takes place on Hachi. I think it takes place on Hachinosu Island. But I mean, we could quote unquote see Blackbeard doing something before that arc. So I don't know.
I feel like Blackbeard's gonna show up in the post Elbaf wrap up.
Blackbeard is
I feel that being the case too.
Blackbeard is in severe.
What they can do.
Blackbeard is in severe need of buffs because his performance against Law was pitiful, and if Luffy performs very good against Emu, then we have a narrative issue here.
Uh-oh.
Blackbeard is the antagonist of Lodestar versus Laugh-Tale. See, my thing is like I don't know why people argue that Luffy will fight Blackbeard on Laugh-Tale because then you have two Pirate Kings. Because they label the person that makes it to Laugh-Tale, thus circumnavigating globe, the Pirate King. So wouldn't it just be?
Just get to,
yeah, they have to get there.
To Laugh-Tale or actually be compatible with the One Piece. So maybe they both get there, and then they fight for it, but Blackbeard isn't compatible.
See, but
it doesn't carry Roger as well.
I understand that.
You have to be chosen.
I understand that, but that's a much more complicated position versus no, they fight over the 4 poneglyphs. Whoever wins this battle has all 4, then they go to Laugh-Tale. Right? So then you maintain the Pirate King criterion that making it to Laugh-Tale is what makes you Pirate King. Claiming the One Piece is what makes you Pirate King. Versus versus them fighting on Laugh-Tale decides the winner. Now the criterion for Pirate King is actually different. So it's actually it's a more complicated solution. And my question is why? Why would we have this this more complicated option? It seems to me to be simpler that they fight on the main antagonist island. This is a reoccurring theme in One Piece. The main antagonist island, in this case Hachinosu, over the final road poneglyph, over Garp, over all these things Blackbeard has and has done. They fight over this, and then the winner has the 4 poneglyphs, allowing them to go to Laugh-Tale. This decides the Pirate King. And then
because Blackbeard has been betrayed.
Hachinosu is nearby. So, I mean,
yeah.
But listen, Blackbeard has been portrayed.
Is not out of the question.
Look, Blackbeard has been portrayed as Luffy's rival. It doesn't make sense for me for him not to go all the way to the end and just fall off in Hachinosu while he's being in the story this whole time, portrayed as his rival. Like yin and yang, and then he just falls off in the middle of it's not the middle of the story, obviously, but I think it's more. I think viewers and readers expect him to go further, and for there to be this big climax just between Luffy and Blackbeard, and then
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I also don't think that Blackbeard is just gonna fall off. I totally agree. Blackbeard has been built up for literally like 800 chapters. I don't think Blackbeard is just going to be some small little 2-chapter fight and Oda moves on. It's going to have to be something very good, something very huge. A large climax is necessary. But wait, can you hear me?
A big backstory that goes behind it.
A big backstory going behind it.
Huge.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
As Vincent said, a big backstory that goes behind it. But whether I want something or not, it has nothing to do with the writing of the story. So if I think something won't happen because it's bad or it's dumb, it's completely irrelevant. Like I could have, a lot of people thought there is no way that Luffy's fruit wasn't a paramecia and it was a Zoan, because that's a plot hole and it's very stupid. But here we are, Luffy's fruit is a Zoan and it's not a plot hole. And a lot of people change their mind. It's not stupid. But secondly, we could have this fight. Hold on, it's not different. We could have this fight on Hachinosu, a grand battle for the poneglyphs. This is ultimately who's going to be the Pirate King, who's going to claim the One Piece, because no one's getting to Laugh-Tale without 4 road poneglyphs. Luffy needs to discover the 4th, and Blackbeard doesn't have all 4. So doesn't it make a lot of sense that where Garp, his grandfather's being imprisoned at, Hachinosu, is where they have this battle that allows you to go to Laugh-Tale in the first place? How is Blackbeard going to get all 4? How is Blackbeard going to have all 4? Is Blackbeard going to go to Zoe, or is he going to fight Luffy so that he has all 4? How is Luffy going to get the 4th? Nobody knows where it's at. The man marked by flames. How do we not know that that person won't work with Blackbeard? But I would point to the original point of the conversation, which, by the way, this is all just my opinion. You can disagree. It's okay. But my original point was the criterion for Pirate King is going to Laughtail. You go to Laughtail, you're the Pirate King. You got the One Piece. But if Blackbeard's there, well, now you got to change the criteria. So you see how this complicates pre-established things in the story. But this is just my opinion.
That's fair because I didn't even think about that criteria. I personally had it the same way other people did, with this fight happening on Laughtail. But now that I'm thinking about it in this context, I may have to rethink my position because I've always considered the possibility of going to Hachinosu.
I thought the criteria was to have the One Piece, not to just visit Laughtail. Doesn't that make the whole Roger crew the Pirate King,
No,
they
circumnavigating the globe.
Yeah.
Circumnavigating the globe.
Yeah, in 956, 957.
Is an extra criteria.
Yeah, exactly.
We can call that an enhancer, but the main criteria is circumnavigating the globe.
Yeah.
Which Roger already did before he got Obi.
But even like that's perfectly said. In 956, 957, it's exactly what they just said. He circumnavigated the globe, and it was finalized by reaching that final island, by going to Laughtail. That is what made them call him the Pirate King. Then they're talking about, oh, I heard he left his treasure behind. He left the treasure behind on that last island. He left the One Piece behind. It's actually there. They pointed at Roger for the One Piece, interestingly enough. So
then he gave himself up to the government.
He gave himself up to the government. So making it to Laughtail is ultimately what defines the Pirate King. And they only talked about the One Piece because they said, oh, Roger, didn't he leave all his treasure behind on that last island? He left it on that one island. He left what we'll call the One Piece on that island. Him circumnavigating the globe preceded the One Piece. What was that?
It's confirmed that it's an island, right?
Yeah, because when Roger was on Lodestar, which he thought was the last island of the New World, he used his log pose, and it was pointing to another island in a very chaotic way. He couldn't get the log pose to be steady, so he knew there was one more island.
Was that because he didn't collect the poneglyphs the first go around?
Yeah, exactly. He couldn't.
He needed Odin.
Yeah, he couldn't get the log pose to be steady. He knew there was another island, but he couldn't get the log pose to function. So he discovered, the log poses won't work for that final island. You need something else. He found the road poneglyphs, and then it let him get to that last island.
And what do you think of the theory of Laughtail being inside of a sea king?
I think that's actually kind of cool. I'm not like a diehard for it, but it's very cool. I wouldn't mind it.
If that's the case, then that means One Piece is always mobile. Actually, tell where it is.
Yeah.
Also, we talked about how Laughtail might be an island made out of sea prism stone, so that's another thing that Devil Fruit users have to take into consideration.
Dude, a whole island of sea stone? That's insane. Or maybe he has walls. It's like a fortress of sea stone.
Yeah, I've always found it interesting that it being the one place that Devil Fruit users really have to be careful.
Jordan said, who told Big Morgans to write about the One Piece? Or did he just assume that when he wrote his spin on Roger's voyage, was Gunko / Shuri aware of the concept of the One Piece and let Emu know? I don't know. I recently read through that, and it's like Oda kind of, maybe he did this on purpose for a bigger reason, but I feel like he kind of glossed over, like, how do they know that he had like all his treasure and he left it there? Because yeah, we have that infamous moment of his persecution. I left it all at that one place, but they were saying that before the execution. So I don't know. Gunko knowing or Shuri knowing, I feel like that's a random, like, name out of a hat.
Not only that, not only that, I have always theorized that Emu has known about the One Piece since the first world, man. If you don't want to say the first world, since Joyboy. Hell, Emu could have helped make the One Piece with Joyboy.
Yeah. Now, I want to identify.
To tell Emu anything, he already knows.
That's a great point. I want to actually really quickly. I want to, for you guys in the chat, I want to quickly identify a distinction. So when we talk about quote unquote the One Piece, it needs to be understood that Roger left something on Laugh Tale, but there was something before he got there as well. So when you read through 956, 957, Odin's flashback, aka Roger's flashback, when you read through that, you see how when Roger lands on Laugh Tale, he says, "This is quite a treasure you left behind, Joyboy, a tale full of laughs." There was something there before he got there. But according to the general public of One Piece, Roger left something on Laugh Tale. So you see, in one sense, us beyond the fourth wall, we know Roger and Joyboy have something on Laugh Tale, but within the confines of the One Piece world, a lot of the people, the civilians, they just think, oh, the Pirate King, he left all his stuff on that island. They don't have this full context of Joyboy and a tale full of laughs and stuff like that. So I do hope that kind of clears up any confusion that there might be. So the One Piece is technically something Roger left, his stuff, but then also what Joyboy left. And I think the more important segment is the latter, whatever Joyboy left behind. That's what people, I think, One Piece fans colloquially, when we say, oh, what do you think the One Piece is? I think people, what they're pointing to, what they're asking about is the Joyboy stuff, not really like Roger's treasure, although that might be useful. Does that make sense? I hope that clears up like anything that might be confusing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep, I think it makes sense.
Do you think we'll ever see the creation of the One Piece world explained, since it's so inspired by all these religions? Will we ever see the creation, like who created the One Piece, what created the devil fruits and everything, or will it just be unanswered?
Creation of the One Piece, definitely.
The creation of devil fruits for sure, because people have been speculating that Emu is the progenitor. So I definitely think we're going to see the creation of devil fruits,
as well as the creation of the One Piece, definitely.
Yep. I agree.
Now, in terms of the creation of the world altogether, I mean, I can't say for sure, but if you put a gun to my head, I have like this intuition where it's like, it'll be like a cool little, I envision like a caveman drawing, and then like a square, like, you know, like the square text bubbles in One Piece where it's like a narrator. It'll be like Nika forms to the earth. It'll be like something like that, kind of like maybe like a speed run. But I mean, I have no real reason to believe this. It's just like a mere
guess. It's just another mural.
Yeah, like a mural in a way. Yeah.
And do you think what are those little things on the moon called again?
Automata, Moonanites.
You think they'll be relevant at any point, or no?
I do. I'm sorry, I'm like Mike hogging. I'll let you guys go when I'm done here. I think they will be relevant because the kanji is super specific. The Moon Knights or Moonin Knights or Automata, the Moon people, those little robots in NL's mural in his cover story, the kanji for them is the exact same kanji that was used in chapter 1138's Elbaf mural when it talks about moon people. The kanji, not only is it the exact same, but the only time you ever see that kanji in the entire story is again for the Moon Knights, the Automatas, the moon people that NL recruited, the little robots, and the quote moon people for the Harley text, the Elbaf mural. So I think there's something going on there.
Jandel and Mihawk's little sound effect kanji.
What was that? Their sound effect?
Pretty specific. Remember when Candale, a couple chapters ago, she had the certain sound effect or the kanji, the special kanji.
Mihawk logo.
Oh yeah.
Logo. I'm just reinforcing the idea of you talking about the specific kanji being important.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So I see where you're going with that.
What do you guys think about the question?
I think that Oda should stop doing the live action and focus on the
Stop
manga.
taking breaks. Stop
No more
sleeping
breaks.
with his wife. Stop caring about his children. He owes us this. You can't create this and then how fast your work.
Just
Lock him in the
quit
room,
life, dude.
Take away his children. I mean, just threaten him with his children. Give
Threaten him?
enough food. Feed him amphetamines. Anything he needs. But he owes us this. Like he can't. Like he's old. What if he dies?
Dude, you know how tragic it would be if, God forbid, Oda, passed away or something happened? Dude, that would shake like the internet. It would shake the anime community. One Piece author passes away. Dude, all these freaking chapters and it wasn't complete.
And imagine
The thing is, it's been such a mystery. We may not even know that he passed.
Bro, that's what I was thinking, man.
And the celestial dragons just made him up.
Oda's not a person; it's an acronym.
I don't think they would shape the story as they did if the celestial dragons controlled One Piece.
Oda's no. Oda's not even a person. He's an idea. Oda's an idea.
I think it would be a
What
bit
if
more
they
pro-celestial.
did to Oda what they did to Kuma?
God, no.
True.
Not my boy
I
Kuma.
mean, honestly, they should, so he keeps writing and stops thinking.
Dude, what? Is this for like the greater good? Is that why you're acting like this?
No. There's no greater good. There's my personal good and my personal interest. And that's what I want.
You know what? I actually
I'm
respect the
glad you're
honesty.
honest about it because that's what I've been saying for weeks. I've told you, I had my selfish take. I'm going to be alive when this ends. And I don't want to be 40 reading One Piece. Come on.
Don't
dude.
call yourself selfish. Oda is the most selfish one in this situation. He's just taking breaks and spending time with his family. And this and that.
Brother, I can't get down. I
One Piece-
understand sentiment, but I can't get down with the way that you're framing it.
He's being real.
You need to sandwich it between two fat cushions for you? I'm being honest.
Joe, bro, just give him like a 6 studio, put like a PC, a bunch of food, just put everything in there.
Take his children away.
Bro. and threaten his children.
Inflatable doll, amphetamines, anything he needs, but he needs to be on a tight schedule.
Just bringing a guy that rips him just.
And I'm not from Tel Aviv, I promise.
It's confirmed now after that whole freaking speech.
Someone has to say it.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was actually thinking months ago, like, God forbid something ever happened to Oda, like he passed away or something.
Well,
I feel like
Toriyama's death changed that.
I feel
He's
like
not prepared for that because of that.
I feel like
Emergency plan.
if something like that happened to Oda, they would probably want to keep it secret under wraps, right? Don't tell anybody anything because that'll tank the One Piece sales and that'll tank One Piece's legacy. They would have to hide it. The editors would have to continue One Piece themselves. Hopefully Oda, gave some clues or some information as to what needs to happen for the rest of the story. But ultimately, they would probably hide that something happened to Oda. They don't want the sales to drop and fans to think, oh, this wasn't even Oda's ending and all that. Like, One Piece is so business oriented. You got all the movies and the merchandise and the One Piece Tower and all these things. It's so corporate. They can't even risk.
Man, Mayumi
Walt
Tanaka
Disney
said
did that.
that she didn't want to do Luffy's voice for the Lit Studio remake. She said she was against it. And literally a year later, she's doing it.
Bro, Vincent said they're gonna Walt Disney his ass. Gonna freeze us, dude.
They're gonna
So
freeze
you
him and
talking like
put
when
him
they're
as a statue in front of the park.
Oh
no,
no.
what they're gonna do is they're gonna find a way to make him talk through his head like those fish tanks in Futurama.
Dude, turning Oda gonna take Oda AI gonna take over. Oh my god. Could you imagine a One Piece AI bot?
Yes, I can, because you know if there's gonna be an AI, somebody's gonna make an AI for One Piece.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be great, guys.
Just endless One Piece content. Make me a One Piece
Think
chapter.
about it. What if they just uploaded his old brain onto an AI and then just continue the story?
Bro, it's
No
what
break.
Oda's hinting at when he has freaking Punk Records and all that. Vega Punk.
He turned himself into a seraphim. He's S Oda.
S Oda. S Slave.
S slave.
S Odachi.
S Odachi. S Simp. S Perv. No, if he was a Seraphim, he'd be a S Perv.
Yo, while we're
No,
here,
he's not a
should we talk a
perv.
little bit about the SDS?
Crap. You know what? If there was a no break next week, that would have been the perfect stream. But I was gonna
We'll do it
actually
next
say,
week.
I was actually gonna
We can do it
say,
next week.
any last comments, questions, theories, concerns, chat. Comment them now. Speak up now. We're gonna wrap up here very soon in just a few minutes. I think SBS stream. We got a plan for that. If we have just a stream specifically for the SBS, that would be great because there's a lot of questions. If we try to do it in the middle of a spoiler stream, it's going to be a little tricky.
Let me caution you. This SBS is a little bit on the lighter side, but there's still a little bit of decent stuff here.
I only saw like 2 or 3 points. Life Bear says Cross Guild puts bounty on Garp, so Garp gets captured. So Blackbeard tries to get bounty. So Cross Guild goes to Hachinosu to execute Garp. So Luffy works with Marine / Kobe to save Garp. Zoro versus Mihawk. Ah, while Blackbeard versus. Wait, but who fights Shuri then?
Usopp.
Nah,
No, bro.
Nah.
I'm joking.
Bro,
I'm joking.
I don't even
guys.
know how Usopp is gonna fight Van Augur.
I don't either. I'm still waiting for that. Usopp, go get your daddy's gun, bro. And then
The only upgrade, the only way he can survive till the end of the story is if he just eats a devil fruit or something. And this one, he doesn't have the mental capacity for Haki or any real development, so he needs the devil fruit.
Or he just doesn't fight. I mean, the rest of the story, he just runs away. Like what he did in Wano, he literally just ran away. He didn't even fight. He just ran.
Well, there's gonna be another. I feel like they have to implement another section where everyone depends on him and he has to save them again, like when he was Sniper Usopp. It wouldn't make sense for him to run the whole story.
Only way Zoro versus Mihawk can happen. Life Bear, I don't disagree, but I wonder, is Zoro going to turn around and fight Shiryu? Life
Man,
Bear,
that's gonna be a crazy back-to-back fight. Fight Mihawk, be on 5 HP, and then fight Shiryu.
it's too much.
Yeah.
Life Bear asks, what if the moon automata are like toys from Dressrosa? You need a clan of people that never sleeps, like Blackbeard. Maybe. I mean, it appears to me that the automata of the moon are powered up through electricity, which is very rare in One Piece. But I don't know. After Toriyama passed, I believe Oda took steps with his editors and Shueisha of how to finish the story if he passes before he finishes the manga. Okay, good. That's great.
I agree. I also said that like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That Oda after Toriyama dying really affected Oda. I don't think we need to like discount that. So he definitely probably took precautions after Toriyama died.
Toriyama.
How old is he?
Oda's in his 40s,
And by
right?
the way, when we call Oda old, let's be realistic. Oda
He's
is
50.
like 18 years older than me.
He's 51. Come on, he's got plenty of time.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah, 18. But Magaka's lifespans is what makes it different. Realistically, Oda is not old. By his Japanese genetics, he should not be old.
Well,
Because of his manga lifespan, he is old.
yeah,
But you
that's
know
the
why
thing.
They die early? Because they're so lazy, their heart just gives out because it's so used to the mind being so. Because Oda is lazy, it doesn't work enough, and his heart also turns really lazy and it just stops eating. So he should work harder, you know.
No, I agree. If Oda's gonna live a long time, he has to find a way to get some type of sunlight, some type of exercise, and some type of good food. Because if you're just like super, what's the word? Sedentary.
Yeah.
If you're if you live like a super sedentary lifestyle and you're eating freaking McDonald's, dude, your lifespan is melting away. And if we want Oda to live long, then I mean it comes at a cost.
I just want him to finish the story, honestly. Whatever he does afterwards is
it's on him.
That's on him, yeah. But he owes us something. That's the story.
He's probably already finished the story, and it's just now being given to us one page at a time.
You think so?
I mean, the one thing I'll say for sure is that Oda has chapters planned ahead. But how many chapters, I couldn't say.
Well, I mean, he at least does. He has books of storyboarding for future arcs, like freaking way back in Whole Cake Island or Zoe. There was a picture that came out where he had a full book. I guess it was detailing the storyboarding for Zoe and a whole other one for Whole Cake Island. So
exactly.
I mean, at least he arcs ahead. Maybe not like the finer details, but the general scope he has planned. Yeah. And I mean, go ahead.
I hope when everything's done, they make a whole documentary on his creative process and why he made certain decisions over others, or actually explains everything, so you get more insight on why he chose certain things over other things. Would be really cool, I think.
Yeah, that is actually cool.
For sure they're gonna make a documentary. They'll study One Piece in college literary classes.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. Yeah, a documentary about like his creative liberties, like why did he do this instead of that and stuff like that would be really cool. It'd be like a better SBS. It'd be like a visual SBS minus the slop.
Minus the big dick question.
Where he explains what he would change if he could go back.
All right. Chat, you have 30 seconds to ask something or say something before we depart, chat. What are your last words?
My last words were, for sure I was right about Brooke and Spec being siblings because of the SBS, saying that Brooke was 80, would be 81 if he was still alive. And Brooke was like 90, so which means there's only a 9 to 8 year difference.
Dude, imagine Brooke. Brooke was the older brother of Zebek. Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Davy D. Brooke.
Davy D. Brooke. That's nuts.
I mean, he died at 43, so it's awesome. He's definitely possible.
It would make a documentary too romanticized and wrong. What do you mean? It will have a minimum for 5 years or 10 years. Oda, the author of My Hero, has a similar style that is closest to One Piece. What do you mean by similar style? Like
My Hero. What?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I'm not going down with that because My Hero ended terribly and he's nowhere near Otis. So I just don't even like the comparison. Not that I don't. Not that I. It's not that I hate My Hero.
I mean, unless he has been turned to a giant epic baby at the end of the story.
Jordan says, all I have didn't that happen in spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Demon Slayer.
Yes, it happened in both Demon Slayer and My Hero.
Jordan says, all I have to say is Elbaf is Sanji and Brooks' arc. Woo! Usopp fans can't catch a break. All right. R.I.P. Usopp. F's in chat for Usopp. Not Bozo.
Left tail will be Usopp's arc.
Laugh Tail will not be Usopp's arc. We're going to wrap this up here. It'll be Zoro's arc.
Bro, can we just have Usopp die?
Kill Usopp. Kill Usopp.
I second that.
Laugh Tail is Mihawk's arc. Everyone have a wonderful morning, day, and night. Have a great morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are, chat. You guys are great. Funny conversations, great questions and theories, and just hanging out, having fun. I greatly appreciate you guys. There's no break next week, so look forward to spoiler streams for 1188 and the chapter reaction. At some point, we'll have to do an SBS stream. Look forward to that, chat. Thank you guys so much for the support. Always hanging out. I appreciate it. God bless all of you guys. Take care. I will be praying for you guys, your family members, and your friends. Peace out, everybody. Peace.
Tel Aviv Habibi.
Tel Aviv Habibi.